Hi, ladies and gentlemen, men and women, boys and girls. This is a quick video. Just had a little conversation this morning with my last daughter, the littlest one, the one for, punk ass baby father, Garfield, right? Now, in a lot of my videos, I told you that she is a compulsive liar, just like her dad is, right? Well, she took on many of his traits, this compulsive liar, like her dad. She took on multiple traits, right? See, the thing is, this child, when I had to stop dealing with all of my kids, as I said in my videos, she was the first to go. Right? She was the first one to actually go. What she doesn't understand is when I went through my awakening, I saw everything I needed to see. It didn't take any time for me to see what I needed to see. I saw everything I needed to see, right? Before this child had left my home, I asked this child if she's pregnant, and she said no. And I said, "Are you sure?" And she said, "No, she's not. She checked with, she did a pregnancy test." Actually, she didn't say one. She said multiple tests, right? She's not pregnant, right? Now, yesterday, her next sister came by and she said, "She's such a liar, mommy, because she told me that you and her actually went about looking about a test to see if she's pregnant." So I told that daughter, no, I didn't. That would be the daughter that I tell you about when I got pregnant and when I was raped and she just turned 18, right? So she's saying that she's such a liar, right? This is what she said today. And she said that you and her went to check to see if she's pregnant. Now, as I said, I don't know about these false lies, but that is a drastic lie, considering that I asked this child and this child told me no, and she checked herself and whatever, and I even asked her if she's sure, right? So why are you telling your sister a different story? Why are you telling her that you and your mom actually went when no such thing went like that? Right? See, the thing is, ladies and gentlemen and women, see, I was trying to save face for her this morning when she came over here instead of next door because she wanted to do her laundry over here. I asked her where her child was, for her son is 1 year old, right? He's born December the 10th, right? He just turned 1, right? And I asked a few questions like, when did you have this baby? And stuff like that is what I asked her yesterday when she got here and stuff like that, right? And I'm tracking the time periods and stuff, right? Because this little girl is such a liar and stuff like this, but I've already and always have known this information, right? So when I started letting go of my children, I let go of the first one, which was Garfield's daughter. She was the first one I let go of first, right? I also knew that she was pregnant, and I also knew that the impression of this child was to implement my masculine as the actual father of this child, right? Was the whole story. I'm pretty sure it was used as a threat against him. I'm pretty sure he was nervous to tell me something about this. As I said, anything to do with trying to hurt my feelings when it comes to my masculine won't work on your part. The hurt won't come from you, right? It will never come from the third party. If anybody is wondering if that is going to affect me, it won't affect me. It takes two to play. And on top of the two to play, you, Cache, was well aware of what you were doing, right? For you've always liked him. You've told me a long time ago when you're really, really younger than your age right now, because you're only 20, 20? Yeah, you're only 20 right now, right? And last time I checked, you liked him long before this, right? And you came to me and told me, you can't like him, mommy, because I like him. And if you remember, what I told you was you cannot like him. is what I said to you. You cannot like him, for your mom has dealt with him, dealt with him. You cannot like him, right? I also mentioned to you he's way older than you. So no, I'm not going to put all the blame on my masculine here. For my daughter already knew of him. She already knew of his existence. She already knew he was too old for her. Right? So when you play this little game and you are, say, probably threatening him, or he's thinking it's a secret he has to hide, it is not a secret he has to hide. As I said before, my masculine doesn't have to hide anything from me. Right? I don't know why everybody thinks that they can all do these blackmails and stuff when it comes to him. I told you, if I know what's going on, ain't nobody safe. Right? Don't be blackmailing. Right? Don't be making anybody, as I said before, if anybody has anybody to worry about, it will always be me. Right? I don't respond for what he does. As I said, I was never around. So it can't hurt me. I had nothing to do with him, right? When everybody's doing what they're doing, I have nothing to do with him when these things are happening. So I can't see how it's going to affect me. It affects him. It doesn't affect me, right? Now, daughter, if you choose to be stupid and do things you're not supposed to do, then so be it. See, I tried to speak to her 108 this morning, tried to talk to her on it. And all of a sudden she went irate, tears coming down, and she blew right out of here, right? Not surprised, right? Because most likely this is going to cause friction between her actual real baby father, right? Because this is what I asked her. She said, do you want me to call my baby father? And I said, go ahead, call him. Call him so he could tell you he's friends with him. Call him. Right? Because when everything's all said and done, the repercussions for everybody playing these games, I hope you guys understand all your repercussions of the games you guys are all playing, right? Now, if you're doing these stuff and say you may have been sleeping with people when you were underage, my daughter, Cashay, I am not surprised. And the reason why I'm not surprised is because your dad is just like that. Right? For when I lived at that address where the government claims is my last resident, what was it, 406 Shepherd Avenue West? Yeah, I remember telling him to leave the little girls alone, right? And he didn't listen, right? And he slept with that little girl, and she was underage. What was her name? Sharice. Her friend was named Samantha. They lived in the building right there in front when I lived there, right? And I specifically told him, leave the little girl alone, right? So if you're doing stuff like that, I'm not surprised, Cashay, for your dad does those things, right? See, the sins fall on the parents then, right? That's how that works out here. The sins fall on the on the children, right? As I said, I haven't taught you guys to sell drugs, to do anything that you're doing, so y'all didn't get it from me, right? See, your parents, on the other hand, does all those things, right? Your parents walk with guns. Your parents sell drugs, right? Your fathers, right? That's what your fathers do. Right? They do those things. I don't do those things. They do those things. I never once taught any of you this stuff. Right? So just imagine all the little setups and probably recording and everything to try to set me up to make it seem like I do these things. Right, Cashay? And Papa, my son that I call Papa, right? In the address that I so-called don't live at. Do you remember when I tried to test you, Cashay? You kept telling me all about all kind of drugs, and I'm thinking you're crazy because it looks like you don't know what you're doing. Do you remember me telling you guys stop it? Because I don't know where the fuck you got that shit from, because you ain't learn it from me. Right? Do you remember I even asked you, can you tell me how much this is if you break off a piece of bread, and you couldn't tell me? See, I already knew you guys were trying to set me up with drugs that I don't do. I just couldn't understand why you guys were doing it. Right? That's what I couldn't understand, considering that I've never shown you guys this in your life. Right? You guys doing whatever you're doing it all on yourself. Even when you were trying to explain yourself, I even asked you, do you understand what you sound like? You sound like a mule. and your boyfriend is hustling you or something, is what I said to you, right? So don't get it twisted. I'm not making up no story on anybody. I don't care to make up any stories on anybody. And if I be doing shit, I don't have a problem saying I'm doing shit, right? But hear what? As I said, y'all need to stop using this masculine as some kind of threat. If it's to hurt me in some kind of way, heads up on all of y'all, you will never hurt me, right? As I said before, I don't know it. I don't know that person that you guys all talk about. I've never met him, right? So the person that everybody's talking about, I don't know him, right? As I said, you guys could do the threats and everything. Just leave me out of it. I have nothing to do with all you guys stuff that you're doing. And as for you masculine, right, that keeps sitting back there hiding and shit like that, instead of just talking your truth and stuff, yeah, you're only holding yourself back. Ain't nobody holding nobody back but you, right? Because I'm pretty sure you're just realizing that that kid ain't yours. See, I always knew this, right? Even when everybody keeps saying you have a grandchild and all these things, I already knew this. Right? I already knew that it was supposed to be a blackmail for your ass. Right? So as I said, get up to the time, masculine. For I'm not gonna pet and powder anybody. I've never pet and powder anybody, not even my own kids. Right? I'm not petting and powdering you. I'm sorry. Whatever things you're going through and stuff like that, it's because you choose to keep your mouth shut. Right? You choose to do that. Now, of course, I'm going to help you out of a lot of situations, of course, because in technically a lot of your situations, you literally put me in your mix, right? But other than that, no. You need to fix your own situations, for they're not my situations. They're actually your situations. And anything you hide in, I suggest you just tell me, because I don't know what all this is about. I really don't care. When I spoke to you, I asked you what's up, right? You said you wanted to tell me something. You did not tell me anything, right? So guess what? It all worked in everyone's favor that was setting you up, right? So this is a mess you're going to have to fix. These are things you're going to have to fix, right? As for in-house over here, ain't nobody getting away with nothing, right? As I said before, ain't nobody here getting away with nothing. I don't care what y'all want to say, right? As I said, I made a video, told you guys about my son selling drugs and everything. All of a sudden, his uncle's kicking him and me out. I'm not going anywhere, right? That's what he came in here and told me yesterday, right? I'm not going nowhere, right? As I said, y'all be taking things from people, and I'm pretty sure you guys expect me to miss it when it gets to me, right? Hence why everybody's trying to get rid of me now. All of a sudden, y'all want to get rid of me, right? You never want... See, everybody was content when I was on the street, you know. They thought it was going their way, right? Now I'm off of the street and I'm right here. Everybody's even more scared, right? See, you're only scared because I'm talking what y'all be doing, right? That's why y'all scared. But as I said before, cases are already open. Everybody's already being investigated. There's nothing that can... It is what it is, right? It is what it is. But there will be no, trying to figure out how to get me out of here. Ain't no going to be you trying to make arson and burn down house. Stupid. Pretty dumb. You burn down this one, you're burning down the next one too. Both won't stand. Right? So by all means, do what's clever, right? For I asked this little brother to open his garage that has all of my things in there, between both garages, by the way. But for some reason, he doesn't want to open it. But all of a sudden, I should leave? Why? Why? Right? Right? Everybody keeps playing this game. Why you guys keep pretending? Do you think it's going to work out for you guys that you're sitting here pretending? As I said, I'm going to keep saying it though. I'll wait. Sort of. to see if y'all gonna speak up. But whatever strategies that you guys got going on, and whatever figuring out, how we're gonna do it and stuff like that, like my little daughter just said, you're making my brother get kicked out. I'm not making him get kicked out. That's the plot. That's the strategy. What are you talking about? He works with you guys. This is all a strategy to figure out how to get rid of me. I'm not going anywhere. Nowhere. As I said, if I'm being watched, you all being watched. Right? So figure it out. Because this girl ain't going nowhere. Sorry to disappoint. For all who was worried. For all who's thinking you have a plan. There is no plan. I'm not going nowhere. I go by the name Wiseoneteach. You can call me T. If you like, please comment, share, and subscribe. Bye now.